So this is a thing.
Get woke. Go broke.
Oh, yeah.
We want to represent the world of today.
What if every one of your heroes was a woman or black?
But it's kind of always been a thing. Let's talk about it. I am a Marvel fan. Now, that doesn't mean I don't have my own issues with the MCU. I do. I definitely do. But the only thing that annoys me more than the things I hate about the MCU are the people who are hating on the wrong parts of the MCU. Okay, that sounded a lot better in my head, but I can explain. So I've noticed an uptick lately in videos by people like The Quartering and Geeks and Gamers talking about Marvel's woke agenda. How the films are changing now to fit a narrative and push an agenda. However, this itself is a falsehood used to, ironically, better fit their narrative and push an agenda. Oh man, I'm not making any friends with this one.
Not a great plan.
Okay, so the statement Marvel is going woke is true, but it's only a half-truth, because Marvel's always been woke. The only thing that's actually changed is how people like the YouTubers mentioned earlier feel about Marvel being woke. Either that, or they never noticed because the early MCU films that they spoke so highly of in comparison to the newer films already pretty woke. Ah yes, the first MCU film, Iron Man.
First, discombobulate. Dazed, discombobulate. Distract target. Discombobulate. In summary, discombobulate.
Hey, remember that time a billionaire weapons manufacturer had a near-death experience and decided to pull a 180, stop selling weapons, started working on clean energy, and became a superhero? Pretty woke. How about The Incredible Hulk? You remember that one, right? The movie about the US military getting drunk with power and creating not one, but two giant monsters that ended up beefing so hard that they broke all of Harlem, and they let him get away? Dude, this guy sucks at his job. Please, just get rid of him. Also, woke. I don't know if I even have to talk about Cap. He spends his first movie beating the dog shit out of every Nazi he can find. And what did he do after he ran out of Nazis to punch? He found the secret Nazis hiding in the US government that they recruited, and then he beat the shit out of them too. Woke as fuck. All of that was early MCU, so I don't know about all this getting woke business. It's been that way for a long time, and y'all liked it. Until women and people of color started showing up more, which seems a little suspicious. Now hold up. I'm sure some rational people are just worried about the execution of these future plans, which I totally get. I do. I'm one of those people. But I think it's pretty clear when the narrative changed.
The revolution will be live.
When this movie dropped, the shit hit the fan. We had people on both sides collectively losing their minds. One side saying that no white people should see it. The other side saying,
all we hear now is that America is deeply racist and black people are still systemically discriminated against, and that black people are still victims in American society. So it turned out it didn't mean anything. When Obama was president, we were told it meant everything. And then he was president for 2 terms, right, reelected overwhelmingly. And then it turns out it didn't mean anything because we needed Chadwick Boseman to somehow make sure that black people felt accepted in American society because a bunch of white executives at Marvel greenlit a film about black people in a fictional country in Africa.
yep, really said that. Don't get it twisted though. I don't even like the Black Panther movie that much. I just focus on the actual issues of the movie. You know, the bad lighting in certain scenes, the bad CGI in the final fight, and the fact that they wrote my boy T'Challa so much cooler in Civil War than they did in his own movie. Like, the fuck?
The living are not done with you yet.
Another reason that this film kicked off a lot of fighting is that some fragile egos got mad that Killmonger wanted to start a revolution against white people in power.
I know how colonizers think, so we're gonna use their own strategy against them. We're gonna send vibranium weapons out to our war dogs. They'll arm oppressed people all over the world, so they can finally rise up and kill those in power, and their children, and anyone else who takes their side.
Okay, so he doesn't actually say white people, but the subtext is pretty clear on what he's talking about here. Guess what though? He was the antagonist. You're not supposed to completely agree with him. T'Challa didn't, and be fucked up if you did. He's also a well-written antagonist. The best villains are usually ones that you can empathize with, even if you don't completely agree with what they're doing. That's why T'Challa ultimately revealed the true capacity of Wakanda to the world, even though he had already stopped Eric's plan of revolt. He knew, regardless of Eric's plans, that he had a point. One that clearly went over the heads of some audiences. I don't see how, but let's go with that. Remember though, this was just the kickoff, as the following year marked the beginning of a brand new chapter. The Fourth Great Social Justice War! Here, let me just give you the cliff notes on what went down real quick. Brie Larson said,
I do not need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him about A Wrinkle in Time. It wasn't made for him.
Well, then everyone loses their minds.
hey, for real though, she does come off a bit annoying and self-righteous in some of her interviews, but not enough to warrant over 100 videos about her? Like, dude, you good? For real though, are you good? Oh, and then they got mad about an Asian superhero because... well, actually, I'm not really sure why they got mad about Shang-Chi. Hold up a minute, let me check.
Simu Liu is it's the first time that we've ever had an Asian actor that's ever been represented. Strong and powerful.
It's all about them breaking that glass ceiling and doing something that will change the world, something that has never been done before.
Oh, they got mad that Asian actors were stoked about playing Asian characters in a Marvel movie. Damn. Anyways, I think I proved my point. Marvel isn't getting woke, it's been woke. What it's getting is more diverse, and I'm down with that. I really hope that they nail Miss Marvel. Even though it just got delayed, I still got some faith in the series. They're putting a Muslim character in the MCU, which to me is really dope. I can't wait to see the rest of the world's reaction though. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out my Twitch. We chop it up real nice there. It's a good time. Now peace easy.
Okay, let's see if they rage quit during the level 3 animation. What did I say? I fucking called it. Somebody clip that. Somebody clip that shit.